What up, guys? Trade Mania in the building once again. Well, so today, but I don't have light, so I just decided to heck yeah do the video outside. So this is the weekly PNL for the third week of February. Actually, this week it was a great week. Surprisingly, I've only taken two trades for this month of February. One on NZD card, and the second one I took it on Thursday. GBP JPY. Man, the patient pays, man. That's all I can say. I haven't traded for 2 weeks. Patient pays, and this trade I took on Thursday gave me like all I needed for the month, I guess. So patient pays. And on my phase two 5K challenge, I'm about 1% from passing that challenge. Actually, I would have passed it only if I held it a little bit longer because I target 1:1 on my phase one on my phase two. I target a 1:1 on my phase two, but I held this trade for about a 1:8.5, and the trade actually gave me a 1.1:3. So assuming I held it longer, I would have been giving a lot more than that. So I actually even broke my rule. I actually broke my rule because normally I'm meant to hold this trade for 1:1, and instead I held this trade for the 1:2. So I broke my rule. But I know GJ moves freaking fast. GJ moves freaking fast. And heck yeah, I was like, well, if the trade goes, it goes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But usually I don't break my rule. I just decided to break it this time because I haven't traded for like 2 weeks plus. But I don't break my rule. I hardly break my rule. And guess what again? Instead of risking my normal 2%, I risked 3.5% freaking percent. I risked 3.5% freaking percent. Like I was already ready to lose the account. I was already in 4% drawdown. So I don't like spending too long in evaluation. I'm aggressive. I usually was very conservative. I usually am very conservative before. Like I risked about 0.5% to 1%. And that didn't get me anywhere. Like it took forever. Like I'll be in drawdown, and eventually I'll later lose the account. So what was the fucking point? Why don't you just go big on the evaluation, and when you're on the live, just take it easy? And so that's just the PNL for the week. I'll show you guys in some minutes, but let me just I'll show you guys on my phone in a minute or so, but let me just keep yapping. So patience pays a lot. Like I'm serious. Patience is one of the hardest thing in trading. Doing nothing, like sitting on your hands and doing nothing. Like once you get used to it, once you teach your brain that okay, if you follow your rules, it's going to reward you. Like your brain will get used to it. Like it's going to be getting dopamine from following rules, like being patient, sitting on your hands. Okay. And even on my XNES accounts, I also made money there. I made about how much? 60,000 on my XNES. Yes, I risked about 30,000, and I made about 60,000. Yes, 60,000 euros. It's not a lot of money, but it's something. That's like my 2.5 week salary. 2.5 week salary I just made in one day. So patience pays a lot in trading. Patience really pays a lot in trading. You just have to sit on your hands and just be patient. All right, guys. So I'm going to be showing you the PNL on my MT5, and I'm also going to be showing you the trade on my trading view right now. Okay.
Yes, guys. So this is the trade network one. So, guys, this is the trade on GJ I took. Yes, it was a sell position on GJ. Let this thing work now. It was a textbook setup. Clean as fuck. Liquidity, multiple structures, psychological level. That's as simple as that. So this is how the trade went. So as you can see, this is how the trade went. This was where I entered from, right here, and I got out right here. Yes, I got out right here. So assuming I held, like, just imagine this thing gave me about a 1:3, so I would have passed my phase. So I'm about 1% from passing my phase. So assuming I just held a little bit longer, I would have passed my phase too. But it is what it is. I'm going to pass it eventually. I just know that. So this is the trade. As you can see, this is a supply zone here, right here, a supply zone that caused the breakout structure, and this is liquidity, and this is psychological level. As you can see, 209.500 is a psychological level in which bank respects. So it's just as simple as that. So I waited for price to get in that zone. I don't use limit orders, I use market orders. So when price got to my zone, yeah, I wait for a reaction at that zone, and I got my entry here. I got my entry right here. Yes, I wait for a reaction. 5 minutes bearish candle closure. I waited for it. Entered. Price just melted. Price just melted. And I always protect the high. I always protect the external high. I always protect it with about 5 pips, just in case price decides to weak above or DD above. So I always protect this external liquidity. I protect it with about 5 pips, so I protected it. So yes, my stop loss was about 40 pips and TP was about 80 pips or 80 pips, yeah. So that was just the trade, simple as that. And then this is the PNL on my this is the PNL MT5. Yes, this is my MT5. This is my 5k phase 2 account on Founded Next. You can see this PNL for last week. GG. I risked a lot actually. I risk about 2% on my phase 2, but I decided to risk about 3.5% because I was confident in the trade. Usually I broke my rule, but it was the right decision I made, because I've only traded twice in this month. So I was like, okay, I haven't traded for this long, let me go a little bit bigger on this trade. So it was worth it. And then you can see my P&L for last month. You can see I usually risk about 2% to make back. I go for a 1:1 on my phase 2, so 2% to came back 2%. So you can see that's just the P&L. So that's just the P&L. And on my live account on Xness, I made about 60,000 around here. Yes, so I can't show you guys that one. But what the heck? I'll just show you guys anyways. I've withdrawn about. I made about I deposited 30,000. I made about 55,000. I withdrew. How much did I even withdraw? Why is it saying I withdrew this thing here? I withdrew about 50,000 here. I withdrew 50,000 here. So this is the balance. This is the balance I still here. So make I use this one chop small. So that's just the P&L for the week. That's just the P&L for the week. So patient pays, guys. Patience pays a lot, man. Patient pays a lot. So we're entering the last week of February. Hopefully everything goes well. Yeah, so I don't even care if I don't trade this week. So February has been a slow month. Like seriously, February has been a slow month. But currently I'm looking at GBP CHF here. Looking at GBP CHF. So as you can see, this is a supply zone that caused the break of structure. A H4 supply zone that caused the break of structure. Liquidity right here. So I'm looking for price to just come up, sweep this liquidity, tap into this supply zone. I'm always protecting the external high as usual. So trade is going to be something like this. Yeah. This targeting a 1:1 as usual. Yes. But on my live account, I'm targeting a 1:2. So on my live account to be something like this. Yeah. So when price gets to this zone, I don't just enter on using instant Z limit order. I don't enter using limit order here. I wait for a 5 minutes candle closure to enter right here. So I wait for confirmation to enter. Yeah, so that's just it, guys. Let me switch back to the normal video.
So guys, that's just the P&L for the third week of February. It was a good week. So as I was saying, patient pays, guys, patient pays. So I've only traded 2 times this month, and I'm already up for the month. I was profitable January. February is about to end. I'm still going to be profitable. Maybe, maybe not. This week is going to tell, but I don't really care because I know I'm already a profitable, consistent trader. It's just a matter of time to scale up. So guys, just be patient. It takes time to scale up. So as you can see, I'm starting from a 5k account. This weekend I'm going to purchase another 5k accounts and trade that phase one and phase two. I trade aggressively on my evaluation. So hopefully I'm going to pass real quick if the market conditions are good. So I'm going to be updating you guys. This is episode 2 or episode 3 trade recap here. So guys, if you like this video, kindly like and subscribe to the channel for more of this, and let me know what you think in the comments. All right guys, peace out.